Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday Night Frights with Kevin B. I'm your host, Kevin B. And tonight's film is Vengeance 2, Bloodlines. And we will momentarily be joined by none other than Jason Brooks and Naomi Mecham-Miller, who is the lead makeup effects artist on Vengeance 2, Bloodlines. I'm waiting for Jason. He's just now getting done another interview. This guy is as busy as a one-armed man in a rope climbing contest. And I see that he has officially joined us. So hold on just a second and I'll get Jason in here with us. Let's see if I can pull this off. Peekaboo, Jason.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can. Awesome. So we don't have any audio issues.
Brilliant.
I can't quite tell. Are you by yourself?
For the moment.
Oh, okay. There's something that I want to talk to you about at a later time.
Okay.
Concerning the film. It's not something that I want to make mention of while we're watching it, but it was an observation that I made that made me question something.
Uh-oh.
And I think I know the answer to it, but I don't want to give anything away. So,
okay.
And in case it wasn't intended, I don't want it to be an awkward moment either. So,
all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, I have none other than Jason Brooks, who has directed. You directed bits and pieces of the first Vengeance too, didn't you?
Just little bits here and there.
But now Vengeance 2 Bloodlines is completely your baby, right?
Yeah, that one is myself and Cody Newton. So when I was in costume, Cody, the DP, he would, who's a brilliant director, he would take over and help direct while I was in costume and unable to run things.
Yeah, and making a film is a lot different than running a wrestling show. I'm quite sure of it. But back when I owned my own wrestling federation, I did everything. I ran all the cameras because I had robotic cameras. I ran all the audio. I ran the lights. Oh, it's Naomi.
It is.
I'm here.
Hi, Naomi. Welcome to the show. And you and I have never met. I'm Kevin Blood, and you're now joining Friday Night Frights with Kevin B.
Wonderful. Thank you.
So thank you for joining us. But yeah, I know what it's like to wear so many different hats while you're doing things. So hey, check that out. We've got some people in here. Let's give a shout out to our audience right off the bat. Jason Ziobro, thanks for joining us. Bumbleflower, as always.
He's our first and last backer.
Jason was?
Jason Ziobro.
Nice.
Yeah, I love the guy. He's awesome. He comes and visits us all the time. He's a good dude.
We've got Dennis Little. We've got Frank Beal. And Peter Anthony's in the audience. What's up,
Peter's from Scarefest.
Hello.
Yes, he's promoting Rose Blood right now, isn't he?
He is.
So congratulations to Peter on his successful film as well. This is almost a 2-hour long film, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time not watching the film. So we'll put that up and we'll chat throughout the film. There's plenty to talk about. This is like the 4th or 5th time that I've seen this film, Jason, and you know me. You've known me for a few years. I'm a hardcore fan of Friday the 13th, and in order for me to watch a film multiple times, that means that it was good, at least to me.
You. Thank you. I'm curious. I'm curious about your question, so I'm looking forward to hearing that later.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to give me the answer that I already thought of, but yeah, it's nothing bad, I promise. So, all right, let's get this film started.
All right.
I'm going to need people's feedback to let me know, the audio, if the audio in the film is too much, or too little, or if I'm too loud, or I
Sounds
still
good
have
on
to
my
be able
end.
to hear the film. So, how long did it take you guys to film this one?
I think it was about 22 days, including our pickup days.
Wow. And you guys, again, you guys were shooting. You guys shot in what? December? How long? You said 28 days, but when did you start filming?
Our first day was June, like June 26th, 2021.
Oh, so you actually did film more or less in the summertime.
Oh yeah, in the dead of summer, in the 114-degree heat wave.
That's right. Now, did you guys film this all in Washington?
Yep. This one was all done in Washington and out here where we filmed the last one.
Jason.
Yeah, over on. You shot a lot of it on Sean's
raised
property,
you,
did you
boy.
not?
Yep.
My blood. I brought you back.
Absolutely, out here in Newtonville, Washington.
Yeah, because he turned. Was it the church that he turned into a movie theater?
No, the church is separate. So he actually was making a garage. That big RV that we see later on, that was supposed to be a garage for that. And it's like 3 stories high, and he decided the 3rd story should be a movie theater. So all brand
Not a
new
bad
construction.
idea.
But the old cabin back in for
This
the
is
first
the
Vengeance,
key.
that was converted and
This is
rebuilt
the
into the
door.
church.
Oh, nice.
Their bodies will pave the road to life.
So,
Flower.
if-
Their blood
If
will
the
be the return of
if the
your
audience
mother.
has questions, well, you must be able to see. I don't know what you can see on your end.
Me,
Yeah.
I could see some of the comments coming through, and so
Okay,
yeah. But this, for those who don't know, that is Steve
No
Dash's
one can
grandson
know
right
you're
there,
alive, my boy.
and Steve Dash, who played Jason in Part 2 with the sack on his head. So
Yes.
this is the whole full circle with Jason, or CJ, who played Jason in Part 6, putting the sack on Steve Dash's grandson there.
I thought that was awesome.
And then Naomi's the one who put the makeup on. We sculpted that,
Yeah.
put it on.
You know what needs to be.
Yeah, maybe
Naomi, I have to say that I absolutely loved all of your special effects makeup. It was phenomenal.
Thank you. I mean, I couldn't have done it by myself. You know, we had a great team. Jason helped a lot. He did a lot of the those kind of big effects props that you'll see in the film. He made a lot of those. I helped a few of them, but he was the mastermind behind a lot of it.
The mastermind or the finger?
Maybe both.
Peter
Oh.
Anthony asked, how long has Naomi been doing makeup?
That's a good question. I went to school for it in, I think, 2019. And I've been kind of doing, things here and there, but I really started working in film. Actually, Vengeance was my first film. So since it's only been about a year and a half-ish. But yeah, I really love it. In terms of doing makeup in general, I've been practicing on myself since middle school. So
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Angelica?
Oh, and for my audience that hasn't noticed yet, I have a brand new Friday the 13th T-shirt.
Coming up.
If I would have thought
Hi,
far enough ahead, I would have
it's me
contacted
again,
you, Jason,
Angelica
and
Jarvis. I just
gotten a
I've been
Vengeance
waiting for a
2
while, and-
T-shirt.
Oh, I
Yeah,
still got to
I
get
wanted
those
to check
made.
in, so
I thought you already had something done.
thank you.
Not yet.
Oh, wow. Let me know when that happens.
Are you
Absolutely.
ready?
For what?
Get your butt up, okay? I've had enough.
Frank Beal says
Going off
he
my
almost
wrist.
bought a Friday the 13th
Courtney,
PJs
you know
at
I can't go.
Walmart
I
today.
have to be here for Ashley.
And Ashley has been with me.
They
for
didn't have his size.
okay? She's a big girl. She knows her way around. I promise.
Oh no, I still have too much to do here still. So
I'm gonna change. You're gonna get your ass up, and we're gonna go out like old times.
I didn't like the old times.
Yes, you did. Okay, come on. I'm gonna change. Let me know if you need help with the bandage. Okay?
That's actually more of Kelly than I thought I'd ever see.
Yeah. No,
I was
she killed it. She was originally, in one of the versions of the script, she was going to be in the shower where you see the stuff there, but showers are complicated, so we opted for this one. And I was like, hey, what do you think about being in your bra and underwear? And she was like, yeah, it makes sense for what we're doing and showing that she's still wounded from the first film. And she's like, what kind of underwear do you want me to wear? I'm like, you're asking the wrong person. So no, I said, you choose whatever you feel comfortable in, and we'll do it.
She did a great job. She looks good.
Yeah, she looks great.
I don't know how to say that without sounding like some dirty old man, but
Same.
it's. I mean, I know I'm older than she is.
Yeah. No, she did great.
You guys drinking in here?
This is one of my favorite scenes in the film.
Nice.
For all the reasons.
What
For
you're
all the reasons.
smelling is your John Doe number 3.
This
We've
is
identified him
at a real
as
morgue.
Louis Carlyle,
Was it?
who appears to be 100 proof.
Nice.
Bar, brothel, and
Yeah, that metal door over there.
He's
I think
had
there's
quite
like
the day.
24
We're wrapping
bodies
up this one too.
on the other side of that
Marilyn
door.
Evans, male girl
And,
by day, tour guide
it
by
smelled
night. This
not
poor
the
beauty
greatest.
was delivered
Oh,
pinned to her
I can
girlfriend.
imagine.
As in their heads were literally skewered together with a walking stick. So,
So
Detective Forster.
I will say this: my question that I will ask you later doesn't. It has everything to do with this particular scene.
All right.
Actually, Julie mentioned that there's 2 killers.
Right.
The answer is probably yes.
Jason's
Did Julie tell you? We found at least 4 death certificates for him already.
At least 3 of these bodies are from him.
If not
On
more.
Sunday, I'm doing a podcast with Diana Prince, who is in
Oh,
this
are
scene.
you?
Just a couple.
I'd like to get her on the show.
Thompson and
Oh, she's
Frank
wonderful.
Steele.
But we're going to do a whole podcast talking about this whole entire scene and this in particular right here.
So, are we not
Yeah,
going to talk
this-
about this whole situation?
This is not.
Yes.
What's going on right now is not the question that I have.
Mr.
Although
Carlyle
that's funny as
was an
hell.
organ donor. And as such,
I-
left explicit instructions to donate his member to the Icelandic Phallological Museum.
I guess now would be the
Museum.
perfect time for me to
It's a
say,
thing. Look it
ladies
up.
and gentlemen,
Woo! Much
pay attention to
better.
this. The content in this show may not be suitable for anyone under the age of
5 years
18.
now.
Parental discretion
Moved through
is
our entire
advised.
budget, chasing after
Yeah.
that little
Yeah.
Jarvis girl.
CYA.
running away, trying to find her dad.
Yeah, you better put a leash on that one.
And
And it's behind an age gate on YouTube and everything.
I don't think she's gonna be a problem anymore.
I don't have the age restriction set up on my YouTube channel for this,
Yeah.
but it's not. I made sure that they understood it's not kid friendly.
Yeah. We didn't start it that way, but somebody reported it
Tidy the place up a bit. Jeez.
who they just want to take him down altogether, and they did what they could. So
I don't get it. Why can't people just mind their business?
yeah.
Frank says, I say that was a really bad freaking day for him.
Yeah, right.
I would say so.
He wanted to donate it. Quite the time to jumping in stuff, and he.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
I don't know how they did that scene without laughing. You guys must have done that in a lot of tape.
There was a lot of laughing. And kudos to the actresses who were all there, like, having to play that scene out without laughing, keeping it straight. They did a phenomenal job keeping it serious. And I told them I need it serious. I don't want this to be like a big joke. Like,
There's been an algae
the penis in the
bloom around here
background
recently,
is,
and the water
I want it to
like
be
the skin.
ignored almost.
What's an algae
Yeah,
bloom?
like, it is not the focus of the scene, and just play it straight, which is, I think, what makes it funny.
So if you find Ashley, use your walkie. Always make sure that you stay within your grid pattern, making sure that there's a person on either side of you in your sight.
What do we do if we run into?
And there's Paul Taylor,
the
Pinhead
cops?
from Hellraiser Judgment.
Which one?
Driving my car.
Which one is that?
None that we give a shit.
He's
about.
Majors.
They
He's that
stay on
one
our
with the
radar.
cigarettes.
Let's
Oh,
focus,
okay.
people. And
So yeah, he
please
plays
act
Pinhead in Hellraiser's Judgment Thing, and that's Naomi's car they're driving.
I'm pretty proud of that.
Are you little ladies gonna keep chatting? Can we hurry and get our grid search done?
Agreed.
As you should be, Naomi. Yeah. Is it Naomi or Naomi?
Naomi, but either way
Naomi,
works.
okay.
Yeah. And
Are you?
Sanaya, her acting has improved so much since the first time I saw her, which the first time I saw her was in Vengeance.
Yeah.
And I've seen her in other roles that she's played in other films. She has come such a long way, and she's got quite the future ahead of her, I think.
She does,
Oh, yeah.
and she is just a wonderful human being
Yeah.
and a
So
great
sweet.
cook. She'd bring me
Oh,
some
yeah.
baked goods, some snacks once in a while, and it's like, just want to keep them to myself. But no, she's really wonderful and turning into a really amazing, beautiful young woman, and she's always going to have Jason Voorhees watching her back when those guys come around.
Yeah.
Right. And anybody that is a friend of his.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, the New Jersey plates on the car. We put New Jersey plates on all the cars.
Nice.
Because it's
Now-
New Jersey.
Yeah.
One thing that I said during that scene that just went by was that took balls. To let that spider crawl up on her the way she did, that
Oh, yeah.
took some balls.
I didn't even want to be in the room with the spider, you know. I'm like, are you sure you're okay with this? And she's like, I want to do it. This is cool. I want to hold the spider. And
We had a little cast gathering of everyone who wanted to hold the spider and the snakes and all the other crawlies. I tried to hold it for a minute. Spooked me a little bit too much, but
yeah,
snakes
Yeah,
I can do.
I'm not scared of spiders, but tarantulas, and I won't hold one. No, I'm good.
yeah, same.
Ashley!
Give me a snake, I'll hold a snake, but
Yep.
Yeah.
Todd, what the fuck?
no,
Spiders
spiders
are
I'm
really
just not a fan of.
Do you see her?
No.
Of course you don't see her, because if you
And
saw
these
her, we
two
would see her.
talking,
Now put this thing
Wyatt
away until
and
you get it, jackass.
Hecate,
Next time I'm gonna
both
shove this down
both
your
very
bitch.
well-known musicians
Handle shit.
for both in
We have a
bands.
job to do. Let's go
Really
clear the
talented
cabin.
people.
I got such a kick out of him. Just
What's
Oh.
a bitch?
Yeah.
the stuff
He's-
that he would do.
Yeah, he's great.
That's great.
He's great. He's playing tonight at a show that we're going to go to when this is over.
Yeah.
The fuck is this place?
Catching up on comments here. Peter Anthony said, have Jason tell you the falling asleep story as Jason.
Oh boy. So towards the end of production, on the 13th day,
Damn it, Todd.
we had Tom Matthews there.
Calm down.
It was like the very end. We had been, Cody and I were just working around the clock nonstop. We'd have actors come and go, some of the crew come and go, but we were just constantly going because we had such a short time frame. And we had been doing that final battle. So I was just exhausted, the heat, everything. And here it is, working 20 hours or something. We're getting that final fight where Kelly and Sanaya are on top of me, and I'm out there in the sack and just trying to fight. And we're on one of the numerous takes. And at one point while I'm struggling, I hear Cody saying, "Did you fall asleep, Jason?" And I kind of wake up, and I'd literally fallen asleep in the middle of the fight scene. I was so
Oh
exhausted.
my God.
That's a huge relief.
He was already laying down.
I was
so it
laying,
okay.
yeah, I was on the ground,
Yeah.
and they were on my arms and stuff, and I was just struggling and moving around. And then all of a sudden, Jason, I was,
No kidding.
oh yeah, did you fall asleep in the middle of the fight?
Yep.
That's awesome. Peter says Jason was so hot in the outfit they actually had to bags of ice into his costume. He's
Yeah.
a trooper. 114 degrees. My God.
Yeah, I mean the bags of ice you get at the grocery store.
Thank God.
Yeah.
In between takes during that roadblock, you know, out in the sun, 114 degrees. I had all these layers of silicone and latex and cloth and everything on me. We literally opened the shirt up, drop bags of ice in the front and in the back, and I sit on the chair drinking water in between the scenes, and just to keep myself alive.
I'm surprised you didn't send yourself into shock.
Me too. I mean, there was one day where it got so hot we actually canceled production for about 8 hours.
Oh, wow.
Just for the safety of everyone.
Good on you for doing that. I remember hearing, and may he rest in peace, Ted White. I remember hearing a story from Ted White about when they were shooting part 4 out in the lake, and he got that girl in the boat. They had her out there. They kept her out there for so long. She was starting to get she actually got hypothermia. And Ted White told the director, "You either get her out of the water now, or I will quit."
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Still can't believe he's gone.
Man,
Yeah.
those mosquitoes are kicking my ass. Almost as bad as that fucking sewage bomb Todd dropped in the car.
I thought we agreed it was an algae bloom combat boot.
An algae bloom.
What a bitch.
I swear to God, if you draw dicks on my face again, you're ending up back up at that cabin all by yourself.
I trace them every time.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us, we're watching Vengeance 2, Bloodlines. This is not intended for anybody under the age of 18, so you watch at your own risk. And if your mom or dad don't want you watching this stuff, then you couldn't watch it. But I'm not your parent, so that's their job to watch you, not mine.
Mind finding us some more firewood? Aye, Captain.
We're being joined by Jason Brooks, who's the director and actor. He plays Jason and Louis Carlisle and God only knows how many other characters. We also have Naomi Metcham Miller. She's the lead makeup effects artist for Vengeance 2.
Thanks. That's
Pleasure to be here.
way less hot.
Whoa, dude.
Whoa is right.
I can't go chop wood with these sharp
Judy
blades,
Aronson.
so, for
Thanks,
me,
Peter.
Just call me Machete.
Yeah, I'm gonna exit this
Danny
conversation.
Bailey, thanks for
I'm gonna do my
joining.
nonsense.
Danny!
Oh, hey, Danny.
No?
Yeah, might as well.
Danny was awesome. She was on set with us. She was the golden ticket winner. So you'll see her later on in the film. But she was just so great helping out everyone on set all the time. That we had her back for the second week, and she was just such a rock star.
So gross.
What?
So you gotta shoot a part 3, and you gotta do it in Maine, Jason.
3 days is a bit rough.
Talk to you about the smell.
If you want to fund the whole thing and pay the cast and crew,
Water bottle
we'll
showers and
consider
baby wipes in the world can't compete with a nice
I'll have a chat with Sean.
there we go. Oh, Cunningham or Lutzis?
Yes.
There you go.
I'll probably get further with Lutzis than I would Cunningham.
I don't know. I think we're ready to go do some original stuff where we can make some money.
There you go. There you go. POS Gamer 666. Welcome to the show. I'm pretty sure that's my good friend Nate. I'll tell you. You want some good locations to shoot some Friday the 13th footage? Aroostook County, Maine is where you want to go, my friend. We've got some crazy looking woods up here and some areas of water that actually look just like Crystal Lake, the original.
Nice. I'm sure there's lots of forest and wooded areas and stuff up there.
So fucking hot to me.
If you've never heard of the North Maine Woods, Google that.
Mm.
This is really fucking happening.
As the woman said in the reboot of Friday the 13th, people go messing around there. They don't come back.
Not sure that's the best place to shoot a horror movie then.
First kill.
And it was a squirter.
It was.
Ashley? Ashley?
So it took you guys 22 days to shoot. How long did it take to get like the editing and the scoring and all that stuff? How long did it take you guys to get that done?
About a year. So I had a rough cut done in about 4 months.
Majors.
And then we went through that a couple times. Like I said, watched it, a couple test audiences. Then we planned for the reshoots and the additions that we wanted to put in, and then filmed those in a couple months later. And then from that point on, it was just editing and tightening and sound design and scoring and all that.
Now, I don't remember, so forgive my ignorance. Who did the scoring of the film?
The first one, Harry Manfredini, who did all the Friday the 13th.
About a quarter mile from town.
And then, so for this one, we used some of that same score again, and then used some other original scores from other artists for the rest of it.
Coleman, talk to me.
So Jason Diobro asks, okay, question. The first Vengeance, you used 13 gallons of blood. How much was this film?
Oh, man. I don't know if we can keep track or give an honest answer to that. We just kept making blood.
Yeah, there were quite a few times that we ran out and had to make a bunch more.
I can't imagine why. I mean,
yeah. We also use a mix of a lot of different types of blood. So there's the very liquidy stuff that you saw kind of spurt out.
right.
I don't know.
This
Northern,
kind?
yeah, this kind is a little bit thicker than that. And then there's mouth-safe blood that actors can put in their mouth. There's this one here with kind of a scabby.
I think there's like 2 or 3 different kinds of blood on this.
I think you're right, yeah.
I really like that effect.
Yeah, so that was a fun one.
Okay, so I got to ask this question. Jason, was that you on fire?
I wish. I begged and begged and begged to be the one on fire, and then the stunt team came in and said no. That if I could train for a year or train for a certain amount of time, then they would, but I didn't have the time to do it. So Thomas Marshall, is the stuntman who is out here. He's the one wearing the costume in this scene. Did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
But so on the close-ups of the fire, we intercut. Some of it's me, some of it's him, but generally the close-ups of the fire are me.
Nice.
But I'm just not on fire.
Right.
But yeah, that's the only time that I'm not in the suit in the film is the fire walk. In the suit.
In this suit, yes.
Yeah.
Jason, you and I have been friends for a while now. I compliment you all the time on how you perform as Jason. I have to say it. Your movements, it's all, if Hollywood ever contacted you and asked you to play Jason, you'd be crazy to say no.
I would absolutely say yes.
And you'd pull it off without a problem.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I mean that. I compliment my guests when they come on. It's not to kiss their ass, because I'm not that guy. But there are certain people that just do certain things, and I just cannot tell them enough how awesome they are at it, and you are one of them.
Oh, thank you so much.
Zoe.
Frank Beal says, you can pick your friends, you can pick your axe. Never pick a friend's pickaxe.
There you go. And this is Amy DiLorenzo, and another amazing local actor. And a trooper. Because, you know, going through this whole...
That was believable.
This whole kill. Yeah, she just really sold it.
Oh.
And it goes by so fast, but that whole underside, the guts, the prosthetics, there's a heart you can actually see beating, the lungs are moving.
Yeah, we had like 3, I think it was 3, maybe 4 people off screen with tubes. One person pumping blood, one person blowing into the tube for the heart, and then one person blowing into the tube for the lungs.
What can I do for you? No.
And then that cut, that donut thing, I
new.
I wrote that in the script. I wanted it in there so bad. I knew it was going to be there. And I'm so glad it worked out.
The whole film, I just...
I know.
I have to say that I actually like 2 better than 1.
Like I said earlier.
Oh, thank you.
And that's not,
She always
that's
comes
not taking
back.
anything away from
We always
the
find
first
her.
Vengeance.
Sir.
The concept
service.
behind it was obviously
Angelica.
awesome.
I need to go. Take care.
But I like, and I don't usually like sequels.
Sir, Julie called it.
This one here I actually like better
More
than the
bodies
original.
were found down by the lake.
Well, thank you. It's like I said, you know,
Can't guess who found them.
you're going to make a sequel. Hopefully it's better than the first
Ashley,
one. And
pain in
we
my ass,
should have
Jarvis.
learned from the first one, you know. So we worked our asses off on the first one. We worked really hard to make it good. We put our all into that one. But we've also grown as artists, and filmmakers, and everything we do. So hopefully that shows in the next one. So I'm really
Well,
glad to hear
I see a lot of production growth because you got a lot of the same people still involved in this production, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So the quality, not only is the quality better, but I can't even put into words. I think it's better than the original.
Thank you.
Do not say that shit to her, okay? This is not her fault. She is not the guy out there killing. It's Jason.
Allegedly. You know I cannot confirm nor deny
Okay. Cut the shit, John. We all know that it's Jason.
Every time John says allegedly, I think a letter
Feed him
penny.
again, and my little sister is at least
Yeah.
trying to find him. What are you doing?
First of all, is Deputy Forster. Second of all, I need you to keep a closer eye on her. And third, you need to face the consequences of your actions.
She's just a kid. She's just looking for her dad. The one guy that we all know can go up against Jason. Come on.
Allegedly. You need to stop being a problem and be part of the solution. And stay home.
Then do your fucking job so I don't have to.
You little shit.
That
No respect.
that
I
right
will
there
not take
kind
this
of
from you.
set
Here
me
on
back
out,
a
you
bit
are on
because I'm not
lockdown.
used to seeing
Carter.
Go, my
that
sister.
out of her.
You are on
Oh,
lockdown.
yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Detective
No,
I'm like,
she's-
Carter
ooh,
here is going to
bad
give you a
word.
phone number.
She's a little feisty in this one.
Yeah, buddy. I liked
I
it.
really
Oh,
want-
I
Make an appointment.
don't want
I
to
really
spoil
wanted
it.
her character to grow a lot in this one, and you know, after what happened in the first one,
I think you just did.
um,
no, you can't
definitely
do
wanted to
this.
be more aggressive.
You definitely accomplished that. I almost gave away one of the scenes, but one of the upcoming scenes here really impressed me. I was very impressed with how she performed in that scene.
Oh yeah.
All right, man.
And for those of you that are watching that don't know,
Say 5?
that gentleman right there,
Did you say
that you
5?
saw, the one that's
man.
yelling,
5
that's
more.
Tommy McLaughlin.
How are we gonna get 5 more?
And he was the director of Friday the 13th
Man,
Part 6.
They stab him, I
Yep.
slap him. I don't give a damn.
And the man on the left is Rob Mello, who plays the babyface killer in Happy Death Day 1 and 2.
Great. You know?
Crap.
Yeah.
We're gonna need more
Who's that?
headstones.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You ain't lying
That's
about
him
it.
right there, Rob Mello.
I got a bad
So
feeling, man. It means
he
something
is
bad's gonna happen.
awesome. Love the guy.
Man, you gotta look on the bright side of life. Man, just think of it like this, man.
Yeah, my wife's been,
business is picking up finally.
She's been really waiting to see
I don't
this
feel good
film
about it.
because
You know what? I got
she
this
didn't watch it
arthritis
while
in
I
my
was
hands,
watching it.
and whenever it
Oh.
starts
She
hurting,
saved it for
that
just
means something
tonight so
horrible's
that she
gonna
could watch it
happen.
with us
What?
tonight.
My
Nice.
arthritis,
So now she has to
my
hear us
hand
talking
hurts,
over
man.
it.
That's a bad thing.
Like a
That's
fork.
all right. She doesn't
An
mind.
orifice.
What?
I said my hand's hurting.
Oh, stop jerking off.
Stop jerking off.
Their camera chemistry was amazing. They were just gold.
Yeah. It's so good.
I noticed some of the things like
Elias, you have failed
not,
us again.
not this part,
You may have
but
killed
there are
Lottie
certain
and the
parts that I
grandmother.
hear Pamela talking.
Lost her
Yeah.
son.
They sound like to me like they're lines right off of the Friday the 13th game.
Oh yeah. So the actress we have, the voice actress, is Wendy Zier, who does this, and she did an amazing job creating that Pamela voice. And we gave her the lines from the game to go from. So here's what we want to recreate, and create this tone, this
You must be
cadence, all that stuff.
So the woman that did the
again.
voicing
You
of
remembered to
Pamela
make the
in your
phone
film
listen.
is not the
She's
same
gonna be
person
sitting
that
in
did
our
the
session
voicing
today.
for
How do you feel
Pamela
about
in the
I
game.
feel
Nope.
I don't have a choice.
Yeah,
Wow.
Wendy's there. She's a different one, but she's a professional voice actress, and she actually
So,
does
do
the
you wanna
voice
tell me
for,
about
I think
the
it's
voice
United
acting?
Airlines for all international flights. You know, the voice that comes over and everything, and
You don't
for
think
tons
there
of
was anything
commercials
unusual?
and movies.
Not
So
like they were
it's what she
dead
does for a living.
bodies or anything.
Wow.
She's very good at what she does.
That can be
She,
jarring.
yeah, because she sounded to
shit.
me, she sounded just like Pamela on the Friday the 13th game. I was like, oh wow, they took clips from that. So kudos to her. She matched the voice pretty damn good as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
It's still your turn, man. What? It's still your turn,
I know. Thank you.
There might be one or two lines somewhere
Okay.
that might be the game one. If I'm trying to think back, because we had some as temporary audio until they got her audio. So there
Right.
might be one or two artifacts that are kind of like ghosted in there in the background, but
Go fish.
all
Son of
the
a-
direct lines, all of those are straight from Wendy.
Huh.
I think you need a refill.
So she did an awesome job. I'll give her that.
Wait a minute. Man, it's just cool, Joe.
And I couldn't help but laugh at these two. I didn't realize that. Of course, I understand the script writing plays a huge part in how the actors portray their characters, but and of course Tommy's no stranger to being in front of a camera, but those two together I thought were just funny as hell.
Oh yeah, they're great,
And an
and
old married couple.
they are.
Wait a minute.
And a lot of what they did was ad lib. You know, we had a script and like, here's the points we need, but I tell all my actors like,
Hell yeah.
don't wrap yourself around the words. You know, if you miss a word or you don't want to say a word, make it natural to you, make it to your character.
Come on in.
Right.
Here's the things that we have to convey, and we do have to say so that it carries the plot forward. But feel free to go off script. Feel free to improv. And these guys were amazing at that. So
You need a better
a lot of this
guard
is
dog,
just
man.
you know, pieces of the script with ad lib.
That's awesome that you give them that freedom to do that, because to me that makes it seem more natural and
Yeah.
it flows better, I think.
Everything you asked for, sir.
Oh, yeah.
I got everyone. I got everything. Look.
And when they're comfortable saying the lines themselves, and it's not like forcing them to say words that don't feel natural to them, I always think it comes across better.
Man, I know this guy.
And yeah, Jason Gilbert, that's my dog Choppy right there.
We should give
I
him
think
a
he's
call.
actually scratching the floor right now.
Hey, man, you want in on this?
Is that was your dog?
It's my dog.
Where's Jarvis?
Sir, I
Cujo.
don't know where he is now. I have no
Yeah, it's funny.
idea where to look for him.
My
sir.
dog shows up on a lot of my my social media and my
I can do anything, but I can't kidnap
lives
him.
and all that stuff. So
I can try
people
to
were
find
really
him,
excited.
But I can't kidnap
And
him.
you should
That's
put a
a
movie
rule,
one
so I
day.
can't
And,
do that.
and I was
I'm
like,
sorry.
he already is. You just haven't seen it yet.
No, jeez. No. No.
Bring them right here!
Ow.
You all right, man?
Shit.
What's all that?
Robert's research.
Are you finding anything?
So, people in the audience, if you
I
guys
don't
have
even know what I'm
questions, feel free to ask.
It's funny,
I'll
though.
convey
You and
them.
Robert,
to Jason and or Naomi, and they'll answer accordingly.
You guys were like inseparable. You did everything together. Then you got this crazy obsession.
Man, this is another one of those 110-degree days.
Back when
and we had to have the car off, the windows rolled up, all this stuff. I'm in the back seat with headphones on and watching the monitor so I could direct them. And we got the microphones inside there. So it's like 120 degrees in this car right now with the windows up. It's,
I don't know.
and then in between, we cut, then we have to turn the car on, get some AC going.
Connection to them
So
somehow.
kudos to these ladies as well for stuffing it out in the sweat box.
Yeah, that had to have been rough.
So, you think she's okay in there?
Who, Ash?
So, what made you decide to shoot in the summer as opposed to like late fall, like a lot of people do?
Well, timing. Late fall is really bad timing for horror alumni who are, that's a big time for horror conventions and appearances. Once you get to September, October, everyone's booked. And so that's one. Two, I wanted it to be a carryover from Vengeance Once. This happens like 2 weeks after the first film. And the first film happened in spring. So it's like just kind of that continuation. And I didn't want to wait. It's like we delayed it and delayed it and delayed it. And we just had to get going at some point. And didn't expect it to be 110. Usually it's like 80 in Seattle and it's nice. And then the nights are still warm. And then in fall, I didn't want to have all the night shots with these poor women in tank tops and stuff running around in the freezing cold again. So
yeah.
I think it is.
If only Mother Nature would have provided you with a happy medium.
Right. But I purposely wrote into the script that Kelly and Angelica Jarvis gets the police jacket, the sheriff's jacket later on when they're leaving for that reason. Because I know that in the thousand, one of the things I learned was that actors were miserable at night and cold, and she's going to be on there a lot. So I wanted her to be comfortable. So I wrote in that she got the jacket so she could have the option of wearing that throughout the rest. And she was like, I'm so grateful for that.
Good thinking.
Okay, all right, we'll see you there. What do you think? You're gonna set roadblocks on all
It's
the
nice.
roads of town.
I think it's nice for the crew and the actors and actresses involved to have a director that cares about their actual well-being.
Yeah, they do. I mean, these people are giving their all, and they're they're helping to make this what it is. So we appreciate what I'm doing for them. I appreciate what they're doing for me.
Last of the prisoners.
Yeah. Ken Slate.
That was that was cool.
See what happened to
Naomi did that makeup.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun too. We actually applied that makeup in the morgue while they were shooting the movie scene. So I did Jason and Diana's makeup first before we went over there. And then while they were shooting that scene, I did Peter's makeup like in another room in the morgue, which was crazy but really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Very well done. Very well done.
Yeah.
When I saw this the first time, I was like, "Ooh, man!" I love the explanation because a lot of people were wondering, "Well, what happened to Peter,
Not answering her phone.
or what happened to Ken Slate,
Yeah.
if you will?"
Well, the
Because
Jarvis girl just got
in the first
kidnapped.
one, we never actually saw what happened. So the fact that you followed up with that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the first
Sending deputies now.
6 versions of Vengeance 2,
Then head
the
to the
script.
location of the last
We had 6 different storylines, and the first 6 of them had Ken Slate as one of the main characters coming back. That he escaped the roadblock, and so we had the police looking for this escaped prisoner, and we had and looking for Jason at the same time. And then Robert, who we found under the boat, rotted away. He was also alive, and we had Ken Slate and Robert hiding out together in a cabin, trying to recover and hide out, and while all this stuff was going on. So that was one of the early drafts and versions of a story.
Well, I think you picked the right version to shoot.
Thank you.
Where is she? Where?
don't know who you're talking about.
Your sister!
She's probably looking for you. When my dad finds you, he's gonna tear you apart. He killed Jason twice. And now he's coming for you too.
I don't fear dead men.
Liar! You found him? You would be dead.
How do you think you got here?
Where is he? What did you do to him? Where is my dad? Bear!
Where is she? Where is she?
I don't know.
Where?
I don't know. Please. I really don't know.
First time I saw this, I actually got mad at CJ.
Yeah.
How bad is that, man? And I know how this stuff is done, but I'm like, oh, you so mean.
Right? I mean, he's doing a great job if you're mad at him. Like, I really wanted him to be kind of unlikable, like people be afraid of him, you know, like just
No, I'm good.
kind of
Jason had to have gotten it from somewhere.
right? But I wanted it to very much be like, oh, he's just going to do it. He's not going to back down. Yeah.
Once we get away from this.
No more warnings, no more do it or else.
Once we get there,
It's
we're
Yeah.
gonna
gonna
happen.
everything in sight.
Yeah.
And play with those
Like,
oiled up
he
ants.
he
and
brings the
muscles.
consequences.
That's right, baby. Once we get there, those boys better fasten their seatbelts, because it's gonna be
And then
a
there's
bumpy ride.
Darcy DeMoss, Nikki from Part 6, and then that's Ruby, CJ Graham's wife.
What the hell is happening?
I don't know, it looks like a roadblock.
Now, this RV, is this Sean's RV that you
It
were
is.
referring to earlier?
Yep.
What's going on out there? Some BS about bears? What fucking bears? I don't know.
What fucking bears?
The carryover from the
Harry
first
the
one.
freaking bear?
And there's Danny.
Yep.
Oh, that was the golden
Golden ticket winner. Yeah.
Ladies.
And this here, this beautiful woman, that's Camille. She's a police officer now
Yeah.
in real life.
Take a beer. On the house. On the
Whatever. Yeah. Hi. How you doing, sir?
Fine, how you doing today?
What's going on here?
Got some stuff going on down the road, so the road's closed for now.
But we got through.
So I don't believe so far, I don't think I've gotten kicked off of
I'm really good at breaking the law too.
YouTube. I think I'm
You know
still
what I
going
mean?
live.
What I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
To work something out.
That's good.
I got kicked off my first show this season.
Oh.
YouTube kicked me off because we were watching
Okay.
Last House on the Left
Huh.
Oh wow.
from 1972. That's public domain, and they still kicked me off.
Like 2 hours?
Well, I think we're safe.
Fucking venue, we're not gonna make it.
We're not gonna.
Well, we better be, because this is all original, and I have permission from the guy that made the movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Checker, can you knock that off?
There's Richie Ramone.
Richie.
I literally cannot. I have Tourette's, ticker Tourette's.
Yeah, will you do that when you do this?
I don't know. Your sister didn't say anything about it.
Richie was another one that I thought was hilarious.
Oh,
That
he's
must have been
great.
pretty cool working with him.
Okay, they're by themselves.
Super
You're
cool.
a bad influence, and I'm just a hot mess, so I'm pretty sure they'll be okay.
And that guy with Tourette's, Ticker, he goes by Ticker in real life too. His name is Josh. He's one of my good friends, and we're gonna go see him tonight. He's in the band. He sings, but he really has Tourette's. And I had the idea once we got Richie, and I decided to put the band in there. I was like, "Can I do a kill and base it off your Tourette's?" He's like, "Yes, I love that so
As soon
much."
as we can get through this roadblock, I will get you to your man, and we will get everything sorted
That's
out.
one. That's definitely not a great way to go.
Yeah. Oh, and there's CJ. For those who don't know, he was a Chippendale dancer back in the day.
Yeah, way back in the day.
I don't know how long the road's going to be closed. It could be closed a few minutes. It could be closed all day.
that was probably what, when he was in his 20s.
Something like that. Yeah, that's where he was
I
discovered.
just go where they tell me.
Oh my god, it's gonna take like 2.5 hours just to go around.
I had Ruby and CJ on. We had them on the main event with Kevin and Mia, our 100th episode.
Nice.
And Ruby, we talked a little bit about Vengeance too, but we couldn't really talk a whole lot about it because, well, it was still in the making.
Yep.
But when I invited Ruby to be on the show, she was like, well, I don't really have much to offer. Oh, didn't that make me mad? I called her out on that too. I said, what do you mean you don't have anything to offer? I said, yes, you do. You got plenty to offer. I was like, you were in the film with CJ and all of them. Why would you not have anything to offer? You're just as important as anybody else.
Yeah.
She gets to go through. We get to go through.
She did.
No.
She did awesome. She was awesome. Yeah.
Please, okay. My little
She was
sister
nervous. She was like,
and they
"Oh,
took
I've never
her
acted
here,
before. I'm
and
so
they didn't find
nervous."
the
And
reports
it's like,
too
"We'll
late,
work
so
with it. You know, we'll work with you. We'll make it good." And she came out
She gets
out
to go through what we're going
the
through.
gate swinging, and
Come on. You're not going
she nailed
She's
it.
not
She was
going
really
through.
good.
No one is
She was a
going
natural.
through. Now, please,
I-
transfer to your vehicles.
I would have never guessed that she's never done any kind of filming before.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
She looked like a natural to me.
Calling Deputy Forster.
Yeah.
Yeah, did great.
You scored yourself one hell of a cast. I'll say that.
Doing my job
I
here.
did.
Trying
You
to
know
keep
what's
you
funny is
and everyone else here safe.
Yeah, well,
Several
my little
people
sister
in this
is out there
in this
alone
film
with a
it's their
maniac
first
right
time
now. What about her
acting.
safety?
And people can't pick them out.
We're driving.
So I think that they did a really good job and did really well.
Kid on the back of the truck with the long hair. That reminded me of my son.
Nice.
God, oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank God.
Okay, here's the map. She's got to be here.
Hold on. You're saying they left a map behind after they took her?
Look, are you going to help me or not? Because we're wasting time here and I'm getting past this block one way or another, okay?
So once again, if you guys are just joining us, we are watching Vengeance 2 Bloodlines. We have Jason Brooks, who is the director and actor of many different characters in the film. And we also have Naomi Mecham-Miller, who is the lead makeup effects artist for the film. If you have not yet watched the entire movie without our commentary, feel free to do that after the show. You can go to YouTube and find it. It's not hard to find at all, and I guarantee if you're a fan of Friday the 13th, you're going to like this movie.
Angelica! 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 Put pressure right here! Dispatch to Forster. Send every available unit to my location. I have eyes on Voorhees.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I love it. I love it.
What the hell was that?
Intestines.
Well, no, I know what it was supposed to be, but what was it really, Naomi?
Well, it was a silicone intestine, basically.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. There are a bunch of different ways you can do that, but
My name's Courtney. I'm a nurse. What's your name?
we had some nice
Maggie
ones.
May. You're gonna be okay.
That definitely looked real.
What are we gonna do? Just need to keep an eye out. Make sure
Oh yeah, Jason, yeah, Louis, he's sad.
What is going
For sure.
on? Why aren't we moving?
I part of me really wishes that Louis wouldn't have died in the first one. Because I think Louis would have made one hell of an addition to this one.
Oh yeah. So many people want me to bring Louis back for this, and like, oh, just make it his twin brother, do something, and I didn't want to do the twin brother thing. I didn't, I had to find it some way. And actually, what our frat boy and his strippers, they actually have a scene that we cut where they end up going to hide out in the house, and it's supposed to look like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house, where they're going through, it looks creepy. And they flip the lights on, and they find out it's Louis' house, and there's all this kind of redneck, trashy stuff around there. It's just a lot of Louis type of joke they come across, and so we get to have some of that Louis humor in it. But we had to cut it because it just kind of takes you out of the pacing of the story and takes you sidetracked, and you forget about the main character of the storyline. So unfortunately, that had to get cut.
But it'll be in the deleted scenes on the DVD and Blu-ray. So
Yes.
if you want to see it, go grab one. Come in and
Well, yeah, and if you'd be so kind, Jason, as to let me know when that gets released, I'd like a copy of that.
Yeah, it's the link is on the YouTube for the Indiegogo. It's still in demand.
Okay. Well, I mean, because you guys don't have none of the Blu-rays or DVDs are out yet, right?
No, we're still working on the behind-the-scenes content.
So when that's all finalized and you get that all done, let me know, and I'll try to make a way to get me a copy of that.
Sounds good.
And no, I don't mean for free.
Shit, Courtney! Oh, shit, where did Courtney go?
He's gone.
Where did they all go?
Go.
Shit, he's back!
And that head right there, with the pink hair, that lady, she was our department head for makeup on set there. So
yeah, she's awesome.
but she ran the team on set.
We got cameras in the car and all the chaos.
There she is.
You again.
No, you again.
Yeah. And that was Richie. Richie really wanted to do that. He's like, we were talking like, hey man, can I wear the iconic, Converse shoes and the leather jacket? And I'm like, yes, you can. And he says, all right, and he goes, I really want to throw my jacket at you, it's like the leather jacket. It's iconic. Can I throw it at you? I'm like, sure, let's try it. Let's see this. And so anyway, that was his idea there.
That was a cool scene. I thought that was funny as hell. And Jason just shrugged it off like, did you just throw a jacket at me?
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
What the hell's that?
Who do you think I am?
You again. Everyone loves that line. We had an entire teenage baseball team and group because there's a baseball field in the parking lot right here where we're shooting, and they're all standing there watching while I did that kill, and I went and took some photos with them.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fine.
Listen, I'm gonna bring you to.
But all the parents and kids were all out there watching us while we were filming.
Dispatch, where are my units? I need everybody now. Good job.
If you ever get the opportunity, Jason, to come up to Maine for the Bangor Comic Con, please do.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Absolutely.
It looks worse than it is.
They had last year. Kane Hodder was up. See, I live about 2.5 hours north of that location.
Okay.
I'm so close to Canada, I could probably pee on the border from my doorstep.
No, it's just
Wow.
I've got multiple different access points to Canada if I ever wanted to go there, but I can't.
I panicked. I couldn't do it.
Restricted?
Well, yeah, they got their rules about being vaccinated and all that stuff. And not to mention, I've got no reason to go to Canada.
There you go.
And then they're like, see, now we're required to get, well, we're not required. We were given the choice. Well, you can get this this driver's license that allows you into federal buildings, or you can go with just a normal license. Like, I have no want to go into a federal building. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Just want more money.
And Tom McLaughlin here, he had just had surgery, abdominal surgery, and he was having some complications with that. He actually had to fly home early. And so he was in so much pain for this part of the shoot, and he just toughed it out and wasn't really telling anyone what he was really going through until he left and went home. And then he sent me pictures of some of the post-surgery things, and it just, he just was so good and toughed it out.
I would love to meet Tom. I really would.
He is one of my favorite people in the world. He's amazing. I love him to death.
He seems like he'd be a pretty cool cat to hang out with.
Yeah, he's funny too. He's so funny. You get random texts that you're like, what the hell is he talking about? And it's just to read it, and it's like, I can't even do it justice. So you just have to be there. And he's still funny.
Yeah, I can speak of CJ because I've talked to him a few times. We've had him on our show a couple times.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
And
right here.
I can't get over how gracious him and Ruby are with their time.
Oh yeah, they're great people.
I could call Ruby right now and say, "Hey, Ruby, what are you doing next week?" And she would probably make time for me to have her and or CJ on the show. And I never thought that it would ever be that easy for me to access, people in the movie industry. I've been very fortunate to have the people that I've had on my shows actually appear.
Yeah, same. It's to have occasionally these people text me, call me, right? Like I've been texting Darcy DeMoss while we've been watching this too. And she was texting me quite a bit on the way home and before this, and just the people that I talk to all the time now, who people pay to go get their autograph or get pictures with, and they go to conventions to meet them, and they're all, we're friends now. It's just, it blows my mind. We talk about it all the time internally with me, Peter, Sean, and all that, like how blessed we feel. Like this is our life now. It's just so amazing.
We need to make a plan. And by we, I mean me.
Beer?
Beer's not a plan. Yet.
Yeah, this scene here, this is
I like that plan.
just before they go to find Louis' house. Now they walk away. Now they would come up to Louis' house, but we cut it, and this is after they leave Louis' house.
Oh.
So, and even this death scene was a little bit longer at first, but we cut it, trim it down to be a little bit more impactful. And these characters are not part of the main storyline, but we still wanted to see them eat their demise.
Well, yeah, I mean, the more bodies you can have for a body count in one of these films, the better off you are.
Yeah.
So I got to ask, exactly how many kills were there in this film?
I still haven't counted. I keep forgetting.
I think when we premiered it on YouTube with the live watch along, I'm pretty sure people counted 35, something around there. But we don't have an official count yet.
So that's going to be my new goal now, right? You're assigning that to me. I have to watch a film and count the kills.
Please do, and let me know. Every time we get into it, we start counting. And on the premiere, somebody was counting and they're like hitting the number as they go. But then they counted somebody that wasn't really dead. But then they end up counting somebody who was but missed the off-screen kills. And so
right.
It gets hard.
Yeah, and then we just get.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're not seeing them die.
You don't know who
yeah.
Yeah, and then you get sucked in the story, and then you're like, oh wait, where was I?
Damn it, I forgot. Now I got to go back.
I grew up here. We thought it was
Oh,
an
yeah.
urban legend just to scare us away from that friggin' camp.
Well,
Tamerlane, everybody loved that line.
He's fucking real.
That the one from about Haddonfield?
About Haddonfield. Yeah, I didn't want to go too corny. I didn't want to go too much into the Halloween thing, but I figured just a little bit of a nod there to kind of do a callback for the big fans who know Haddonfield will know, and everyone else will just be like, no, I'm from Haddonfield. I don't know the legends.
No, I can't. I can honestly tell you, Jason, I didn't see anything in this film that I would have said anything even remotely negative about.
Oh, thank you.
The length of it was spot on. Everything that you did in this film was. I'm trying to watch my mouth, but it was fucking awesome, dude.
Oh, thank you. And this whole fight here, Jacqueline, who plays Courtney, she went at it. I told her, like, go at it, don't hold back, and she fought. And she got away a couple times because, I got these silicone gloves and everything, and I was exhausted. I was in that silicone mask and trying to breathe, losing my breath and panting, and that was a rough night.
Any night being dressed up in that get-up has got to be a rough night.
Yeah. But worth it.
I mean, I don't have the same type of get-up that you do, but I know that my Jason costume, when I've been in it for a little while, it gets a bit. I used to wrestle in a costume like that.
Oh wow!
And I'll tell you, I know exactly. I waterboarded myself once.
Oh yeah.
That was in the early stages of my Jason zombie character. I had an old pair of spandex put over my head, and then the hockey mask, and then to make it look like I was wet, I poured water all over myself. Yeah, don't ever do that.
No.
No, especially with spandex material, getting wet, going over the face. Yeah, that was bad.
I'm sorry. I couldn't
Never do that again.
Oh, and here's one of those scenes where Kelly really brings it.
Yeah, this one always gets me a little bit. Something. Her performance. is incredible.
Yes, she did an awesome job.
Oh my god. She was so good too that I wasn't in there when they were filming that first, a couple reactions and stuff. But I came in for touch-ups and for something that's gonna happen.
I know where you're going with that.
Yeah, I walked in. I was, ready to touch her up, going in for a take, and I saw her preparing and kind of getting herself in the mindset to do this scene, and just so emotional. And I didn't realize that she was preparing. I thought she was really having something going on, and she was just so good. She's so good at what she does.
I agree, absolutely.
I was getting ready to do that blood splatter on her face. That's what it was.
and nobody else can say that they killed Ricky Ramone.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
No, that turned out awesome. And a couple people on set, I was getting there like, wait, how is this going to go? What happened? Like, is it going to work? And then it worked.
So I heard I saw somebody say, hi, Sean Lutzis. Sean's in the audience?
No, hey, Sean.
If you're in the audience, Sean, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Darcy doing all of her own stunts.
Darcy did her own stunt?
She did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
We did that one over and over again. She had such a great time, and she's like, "I want you to launch me into it and stuff." And like, "Are you sure?" Like, "Yeah, please." And so we had a good time with the whole fight sequence. Her being a little spider monkey crawling all over me and me throwing her around.
you call me? With your head. Oh.
There we go. And that was on under that body, under the head. That's Naomi being the arms and everything, and wrenched in blood.
I got scoured. And then I couldn't take the rest there either because we had more stuff to do. So I was just a little bit crusty for the rest of the night. But I don't mind.
Probably not what you want to say when you go on your next date.
Yeah, right.
Hey! Asshole! I'm not dead yet.
Keyword being yet.
Yet.
Bye-bye, Ruby.
That was Ruby too, doing her own stuff. And how cool is my life being in the Jason costume, having Darcy the Moth crawling on my back fighting me.
I know, right?
It definitely makes up for some bad days. And this is another one of those late nights of shooting where things, fight scenes take a long time to coordinate and be take after take after take.
Fuck you! I'll see you in hell!
Nice.
Yeah.
Officer Forrester.
That was a new implement I've never seen Jason use before.
Something's not right.
Yeah, I've had that for about 10 years. And I wanted to use it in the last movie, in the first Vengeance, but we didn't have a way to incorporate it there. And so I knew that I wanted to definitely have it in here.
Oh, this hurts. This hurts. This hurts.
What a trooper.
Oh, yeah. Again, in pain.
I'm sorry, sir.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, thank you, Stephanie.
Both of them?
Oh, good. So you can actually see the comments too. So.
Jarvis, in fact, I got all.
Yeah, I see when you put them up on the screen. I have the comments on the right.
Yes, sir. Sir?
I've never been on your side of the talk show thing, so I don't know what it looks like.
You can't kill the child.
Why?
Last of your bloodline needs to end the last of theirs.
Had a lot of great talks on the phone with Tom McLaughlin about the script, about his character, what his motivation is, why he's doing this, why he's not doing certain things, and just really fun to be talking with him about it. And I also called him one day and like, all right, question for you. How do you kill Jason without killing Jason? I don't want to chop his head off. I don't want to, I got to come up with an end. And it took me almost a year to figure out what we did. And he's like, yeah, that's the problem with all writers. How do you kill them without killing them? And and then once I figured it out, I called him right away and I asked, I was like, okay, I have this idea with how we do it. And I told him, and he's like, yeah, that could work, but how do you get that thing after this long? Like, where's that come from? And I was like, that's the least of our problems. Like, that could be around. Someone could be a collector. It could be around the graveyard. Yeah, that part we can explain, but it felt like the right move after getting it all together and watching it. People love to call that.
Like I said, I can't find anything about this film that I didn't like. Even though I've never been the fan of killing Jason, but it's always been you can kill Jason, but you can't kill Jason.
Yeah.
You know, especially after Tommy got done with him.
Yeah.
In part 4.
Right. And this whole scene, this was shot by Cody, our DP, and his kids. His kids were running a second camera on this.
Really?
Yeah. So they're talented too. This is one of the pickup shots that we weren't able to get done during principal filming.
I really thought Jason was going to find her.
Yeah.
She's sneaky.
Good.
Yeah, she's a ninja.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the feedback on this, the whole cat and mouse scene, and people loving the tension and the build up and suspense here.
And I got to give a shout out. It was also Cody that shot this, right?
Oh yeah, him and his kids.
The camera movements were so fluent and smooth, and where they needed to be. And then it was. I don't want to compare it to a Rob Zombie film because that's night and day. But you remember in Halloween when he shot a lot of stuff handheld, and it added the right effect at the right time. And I think Cody did the same job with this film, having the right camera movements at the right time.
Yeah, Cody knows what he's doing for sure, and he knows when to keep it stable, when it should be moving to create a little bit of uneasiness and chaos, and when to do the Dutch angle to show something just askew, and make you uneasy. And he knows what he's doing, which is one of the main reasons I wanted him to be on this, because I love his work.
Yet again, another good call.
Mm-hmm. He's so talented.
Yeah.
There you are. Come on, let's go.
Now, the one part about this scene that I didn't understand is how the hell did he get past Jason? Because Jason hadn't gone away for that long.
You okay?
I'm like, how did Jason not see him pop up?
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
How did you find me? I saw you running.
Because it wouldn't work with the plot if he did.
Or usually what I say is, it wasn't in the script.
Yeah, no.
There you go.
But as we see in a second, he did see him.
I was going to say, or did Jason actually see him and just let him think that he didn't see him?
Yeah.
You find anything?
Oh, yeah.
Is it fresh?
It's fresh, all right.
How fresh?
Let's put it this way. If the killer had farted, we'd still be smelling his shit.
Silent but deadly?
Something like that.
Silent but deadly?
The NCIS call out, I love it when people get that,
No, we
and
gotta cancel
I
that.
get a lot of
We gotta
messages
cancel
like,
that.
oh my God, was that an NCIS
Yeah,
callback?
I'll let him know. Cancel that.
Do the pun and then have the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking suits. They should have shut that area down.
So I got to ask, what the hell was that?
Hey, boys, get in here and get this thing sealed
The body?
Yeah, like what was that made out of?
I did a body cast on the actress. So we had her torso and body, and then when I made a silicone skin and the muscle tissue inside, and then I got put a skeleton inside and chewed that up a bit, breaking it in the right places, and then more silicone for the muscle tissue and some organs and all the stuff. So I created a body.
So you played a huge part in the special effects of the film as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, he did a lot.
Darcy's lower half, that body, all the effects.
All the big body props he did. Yeah.
And then Naomi assisted on it.
I also did, but it was mostly.
Well, if I ever make a movie, remind me to get the two of you to help me with the special effects.
Oh, you bet.
Of course.
I mean, you could go to realfictionstudios.com, where anyone can, and see our effects gallery and stuff that we've created for this film and other films.
Nice.
One of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, me too. This whole sequence.
Oh yeah.
Get out!
Shut up! I'm not here for your shitty weed.
Hey, we ain't got no
I'm not here for your shitty weed.
Hey, we ain't got no shitty weed.
What are you talking about, Art? We got good quality stuff.
Have you just shut up?
There's Danny again.
Something to defend yourself. He's coming.
I don't care who's coming.
And she doesn't care if he's breathing hard either.
Oh, Charity, you were right. Government aliens.
Yeah, we got the bear trap.
I fucking knew it. I told you, Cassidy. I fucking
Danny says, that bear trap scared the shit out of me.
It did.
For real?
Like the prop or in the movie when it came through the window?
Maybe both.
Spoiler alert.
Now all they did was just piss him off.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the hell is that?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, right.
Yeah, it's just soft foam.
I think that's what Danny was talking about.
Yeah, that part. Yep, it coming through the window.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Try to poker.
Charity!
There you go. Implant.
Oh yeah? Look what I can do.
I love Danny's reaction. It's just so, she nailed it. And this one of my favorite kills.
Oh yeah.
Danny. Love it. Always a good reaction from the audience.
Was that by any chance an homage to Jason X when he slams that woman's face down, the frozen head down on the counter?
No, that one was, we tried to come up with something on the spot, and well, no, I take that back. It's like we didn't have a good one. We tried to create something shortly before the filming, and so we just created that in our kitchen really quick before that. So, and then Sean got the glass table, and we were able to pull it off, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
So it's just, how can we do something fun and creative instead of just smashing her face? How could we make it more fun?
Mm-hmm.
And then we built that
Yeah.
body there, that chainsaw face. We built that one from scratch.
I think that was the first time I met you. Was
Yeah.
doing the body cast and making that face and stuff.
There's pictures on the website for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of my favorite sequences there with those
Mm-hmm.
Jason ripping through that cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fun.
Now, I know I've had this discussion with you before as well. You're not a small guy. How tall are you?
This is it.
I'm 6'5".
You're 6. Good God. I'm lucky if I'm 5'11".
Yeah, 6'5", 245 pounds, and Yeah, I don't realize how big I am until I see myself next to other people or in a doorway when I look like the door.
Especially dressed up like Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
I thought I'd see you here again, sir. Don't be mad, okay? Please don't be mad. I brought you the pole that was used to bring back Jason. I think this will work.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Sean.
To tell you something about.
Well, I'm glad that you joined us, Sean. I appreciate that. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Sean Lutzis, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't he one of the producers?
He's the executive producer.
yeah.
He's like the man.
He's the powerhouse behind this film. Him and his whole family.
Him and Tammy, yeah. They're the reasons why we have Vengeance 2 and Roseblood. It's his property. This is all stuff his build. He did all this, his team.
I hope to one day be able to meet him and shake his hand because he seems like he sounds like he's quite the guy.
Oh, he is.
Oh, yeah. What did he do to you for sure?
The whole family's amazing.
We're gonna get you out of here, okay? Everything's gonna be fine.
Don't look at me. I need you.
Ray, look at me. It's gonna be fine.
I'm gonna go look for a key.
And I really appreciate you guys joining me and watching this film with me and my audience tonight. I'm sure you guys probably had a lot more interesting things you could be doing than sitting here with me, but
Oh no, we appreciate it. We appreciate you doing this and spreading the word.
The shrine, the candles, the bodies.
I'm one of your biggest fans.
Oh, thank you.
I've been one of your biggest fans right from the get-go.
Here.
Well, I appreciate that. We're just lucky to have people supporting us like you and,
From 1984.
and sharing it out because it is a lot of work, and to just
The head's not there,
put it out there and just let it go unnoticed is it's a shame.
Wrong. It's
Yeah.
wrong.
And there's no symbols.
It's just wrong.
I think he's trying to bring her back.
Bring who back?
His wife, Jason's mother. And he needs us to do it.
Oh yeah, the iconic laugh of Pamela Voorhees. When I put the notice out where I was casting the voice of Pamela, I had like 36 submissions, and I got 24 auditions from that. And so I like listening to these lines from 26 different people, and it came down to like 3 or 4. And Wendy's ear, who got it, was phenomenal. But it was so close in a lot of ways because, like, oh, this one sounds a little bit more like this, and this one sounds really great because of these things, and Wendy really did a great job. So I heard that laugh performed by like 26 different voice actresses, and everyone having their own spin on it. Great.
Well, the final winner definitely, in my book, was the right choice.
Yeah, she's great.
Of course, what the hell do I know?
Well, you're a fan, you know what feels right,
Can't go out that way. Now where do you go?
Yeah.
So did you do the fight choreography and everything yourself, or did somebody come in and help you with that?
So that was a combination. Some of the stuff I knew I wanted in the fight, but we also had Cody Newton doing some of the choreography, and because I wanted him to be a part of it. He's really good at shooting action, so I wanted to get what he's best at. And then we had Carl Cummington, who we brought in as the fight coordinator and the stunt coordinator to help keep everything safe as well. So it was a combo between all of us. Some of it was written in the script to kind of get us from point A to point B. Some of it was just in mind. And then before we shot this, Cody and I walked into the cabin. Oh, this right here, 2 broken ribs from that fall.
Ooh.
And then I had to finish out the fight scene. But it's Cody and I walked through this entire room and we did the dance of we start here and it goes through this so that we know how the camera should follow it and everything. Walk it out. Yeah. So I broke the 2 ribs on my right side, and lifting her up right there was so painful. Like all this stuff was just super painful. But I knew I couldn't do anything if I went to the doctor. They'd take some x-rays and tell me to go take some anti-inflammatory. So
right.
Just finished the rest of the 8 hours of filming.
Man, oh man. I love that when she threw that skull at you.
Yeah. And this, I think this might be in the script, but this is something I wanted. I knew I wanted to have her crawling up my back.
Yeah.
And I love it. She just nailed it. And I was going to hold the chain with my hands to keep from choking, but then once we got up there and just pulling, I felt like I could hold that pressure with my neck.
Right.
And I did, so I let go. And she was like, "Oh, are you okay?" Yes, just go for it. And it worked out really well.
I'll tell you what sucks is when you're doing something like that and it does get too tight around here and you just pass out.
Yeah.
You ever have that happen to you? That sucks.
No, I haven't, but that one I felt like it was in a good place. It felt safe and was able to go for it. And I'm so glad because I love that shot. Oh yeah, here we go.
Squish.
Oh, I love that.
This upcoming scene confused me.
Yeah.
All right.
Coming up pretty soon. That right there.
Yeah.
Immediately, my brain said he's dead.
Yeah. As it
looked,
should.
It looked like it.
Yeah. Head wounds bleed really bad, and blood flying across is very dramatic. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
And Sanaya did such a great job with the acting.
I agree. Awesome. Awesome.
Hey! Leave my girls alone!
Dad?
Come on!
Nice.
Yeah, that was a fun stunt.
Oh, I can imagine. And the fact that you got Tom Matthews in the film.
Oh yeah.
When I saw him, I was like, "Oh my God, they scored Tom Matthews."
Yeah, that was a blessing for sure.
I was hoping that would end up happening because there was so much talk about Tommy.
Oh yeah.
And that underback, my God, that looks good.
Thank you. You know, and I knew going into this, making a second one, writing a second one, I had, I could not tell another story and make another film where girls are looking for Tommy, looking for the dad, and they don't find him. Right. So I knew I had to have a payoff. And so he either had to be dead and they find him dead, and maybe early on in the film so they can move on from there, or else he's in the film. So when I talked to him, that's what I told him too. I said, hey, I've got two options here. You know, people love vengeance. They want to see what happens. They want to see what happened to you. Of course, you probably see online people wanting you to be a part of it. Everybody wants it, and I've got two choices. Again, I can't make a film where they spend the entire film looking for you, don't find you. I need the payoff. So either they find you dead or they find you alive and you're a hero. I said, I've already got the severed head, you know, just in case they need to find your head. And because one of the options in the story was that the Pamela head here on the thing was going to have the sack over it. And then when they removed the sack, it was going to be Tommy's head in the place of it. So we have it here, ready to go. And I said, so that's the thing. You're the hero, and we find you alive, or we have to find your body. And he's like, let's work together.
Nice. I'm so glad, Jason, that you had the opportunity to do this, and that it turned out so freaking awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it really. This whole ending is just a culmination of a lot of great ideas from different people. You know, we had it written out. I mean, the fight scene, you know, we say then, you know, they fight and maybe this or this happens and hit certain beats, but we had to choreograph it. We had to get all these things together. We had Sean giving ideas. We had Carl giving ideas. We had my ideas. Peter, he flew out for his pickup shot for his prisoner fight scene, and he was here for one of the pickup nights when we had this going on. And he helped put in some ideas, and Tom Matthews had a couple of ideas, and CJ, it was CJ's idea to do the transition we're about to see here in a minute, you know, where he brought his costume. So.
Which I thought that was an awesome addition to the film too. I was like, oh my God, man, he's going all out.
Yeah. Originally, CJ wanted to bring his costume and just shoot a tiny little short film at the cemetery with him and Tom and Tommy, since we're all together. And then it just evolved into, let's put it into the film and have it be like a PTSD flashback style. And that's where we ended up. I remember the entire camera crew came in after the scene. They walked inside and they're like, oh my God, we thought the walls in the whole cabin were going to fall down. It was like two bears fighting inside the walls there. The whole building was shaking when I was slamming them up against the wall.
Yeah, you could see the walls flexing every time he went into the wall.
Yeah.
Look what they did to you, Jason. Make them remember.
Welcome to the show, Troy Bailey. Thanks for joining us.
Troy, what's up, my man?
I know I already put his comment up, but I'll put it up again because he says, best showdown ending that fans could have asked for, and I cannot agree more.
Yeah, we got lucky to have such an amazing cast and crew that just came together with the ideas to make it this beautiful, beautiful ending.
Jason, what do you want? Jason! Nuggethead!
He doesn't like that name.
Yeah. That got his attention. There he is. CJ Gurney.
cool.
And being on set that night and seeing these two there was like, we all just got the heebie-jeebies. We all, you know, it's like all kids again.
Rightfully so.
You've haunted me my entire life. I will not let you do it to my family!
Yeah. So awesome.
Yeah, we
Right
just did.
You prick.
We definitely didn't want him to just show up as a cameo and say, "Oh yeah, Tom's in it" for a second. We really wanted to do something special with the Tommy Jarvis character. If we were going to have him, let's do it right.
Absolutely. So I'm going to ask, who's the one that got hit by the truck?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, you actually took that hit?
I did, like 10 times.
It was a lot.
Oh, so they'll let you get hit by a truck 10 times, but they won't let you get on fire?
And that right there with her stabbing me, that was another broken rib. She actually, with that stunt knife, hit me in just the right spot where it didn't break my rib. It dislocated
It was like the
cartilage part from the bone, like separated.
Oh.
That was right after the truck.
The truck
stuff,
tumble.
Too, yeah. He was wearing pads and everything.
Remember this?
Epic.
That was okay. So this is now the 5th or 6th time that I've watched this film, and still, Jason, I want to find something to pick at. I really do, but I can't.
Thank you.
I just can't.
And I watch it too, and I find myself getting into it and just watching it as a fan, and then every once in a while I remember, like, oh yeah, I'm part of that. I'm in it.
I was in that movie.
Yeah,
Celebrate
I'm
the
in
life
that.
of a man that
But
many of us knew.
it's crazy.
We knew him as a father,
And I absolutely loved your dedication
sheriff, or
to Steve.
There's Naomi.
Does not surprise me even a bit, but
I'm sure you remember Jason
very
Roddy as
very tastefully done.
Thank you.
kind man,
You know, I really wanted to have
an old soul who
this memorial and this homage. You know, Steve meant a lot to us, and I really wanted to
he certainly didn't
honor
take
him again because he really believed in us. He really dedicated a lot. You know, we were what he talked about up until his last moments, and it just meant a lot to us to honor him. So
that's why we have the feeling of
and so
hole
we
in our heart.
You definitely did an excellent job of
Sheriff Rolati left us with a big
recognizing Steve.
Thank you. And yeah, we bookended this whole movie. It opens up with, you know, kind of an homage to Steve with the sack and his grandson, and closing it with this.
Friend.
Yep.
There's been a lot of talk about other Jasons, Jason Voorhees. But today we're here to celebrate Sheriff Rolati, the real Jason.
When I was watching this, I was actually kind of surprised that there was another tombstone for Jason, considering all of the bad shit that he's done.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I was here to watch.
back with the Walt, Tom McLaughlin's character, you know, you saw in the first movie and this one, CJ, you know, Elias has been paying him to do all this stuff, and Walt, having kind of a good heart, he made this new tombstone. And for Elias and for Jason, because he's, as you know, as he's holding his mangled hand that he just got in the garbage disposal, he's saying that was meant to be a gift. You know, I've been making it with all the money you've been giving me because I think your son deserved this. He was a good boy before all this, you know, before he became the monster, you know. So we purposely put the dates on there of the child who drowned, not like he was born here and now he's still coming back and living. So he's
Right.
trying to honor the innocent boy who was bullied and drowned and all that stuff. So it was supposed to be like a moment like that, like someone was actually caring about this child who would end up becoming a monster, but let's at least honor the child who died with a proper headstone. So that's what that was supposed to be. And this little ending here, that was my son's idea. He watched, he was in the test audience, and he came and he said, I wish that Tom was at the end where the girls, because it just ended with the girls walking away together. He's like, I think you should have the moving truck, have them all together, have Tom there. And so when he came back for pickup, we shot that.
Well, that was definitely a good idea.
Yeah. And wrapped it up nice.
And I always run the credit because, well, to me, that's just the right thing to do. So we can continue to talk over the credit.
Sure. Well, thank you, Troy. And thank you, everybody.
So my audience definitely enjoyed the film. I obviously, like I said, I'm one of your biggest fans, Jason. You know that. Naomi, I'm becoming a fan of your work because you did a kick-ass job on all the stuff that you did in the film.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun.
Well, I can't imagine working with Jason Brooks is really a bad time for anybody.
Yeah, no, I like him a bit, I guess.
Yeah, he's an okay kind of guy.
He's fine. He's awesome. It's always great working with him.
I remember the first time that I contacted Jason. I don't even remember how. Somebody pointed me in the direction of the first Vengeance, and I got involved talking to Jason. I think was the first one I contacted, and then it was Peter Anthony, and I spoke with Jeremy Brown once, but all of my communication really was with Jason and Peter, and Jason he seemed so excited to be on my show. And I'm like, I'm really not anybody of any kind of importance, man. I'm a Northern Maine hick that's just trying to do a podcast, you know? And always treated me with respect and just, I can't say enough good things about Jason Brooks, period.
No, thank you. I mean, everyone deserves to be treated with respect. And I mean, it doesn't matter if it's the first podcast or your 1,000th. The show's big or small. Like, I came from a small place. I was just a guy in a costume working at a haunted house before I auditioned. And I, reached out to these people making a film, and they gave me a chance. And I've seen great things happen from people who were given the right opportunity or who are respected in the right way. People deserve that. People work hard. And sometimes when you're up and coming, you work harder than other people. So
you're trying to make a name for yourself.
Yeah. And so I try to treat everyone the same and give the same respect and attention, whether they have a big audience or small one or whatever. And I'm just grateful to have the support and grateful to have people, appreciating the work we did and talking about it.
Well, I can tell you hands down, I 1,000,000% appreciate all of your hard work in all of the projects that I've seen that you've been involved with. And I got to say, so far, this takes the cake.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we got a lot of new stuff coming, some original stuff coming that we're excited about, which I'm excited to see what we could do. Me, Cody, Peter, whoever, we got several stories between the three of us. And just without the handcuffs of saying, oh no, we have to follow the rules of Jason Voorhees or follow the rules of Friday 13th. Like, we can create our own universe and our own world. So I'm real excited to see where we can go with that as well.
You got to do more with Louis Carlisle, man.
Yeah, you know,
you got to do at least a comedy. Do some kind of comedy show or something that has Louis. How are you not a stand-up comedian, Dave?
I don't know. I think he's been in 6 other films and TV shows. So Louis is getting around for sure. And there's some big news that are come out after Sunday about Louis as well. And that'll be fun. But he'll keep making appearances. A lot of people are asking me to make a movie about Louis, but I just don't feel like I can tell the right story. I feel like I might dilute the character too much or just kind of be the wrong thing. So he might just be more loved as someone who just shows up randomly and things and does his thing and steps out. So
that's a tough one because I'd love to see a full-on movie about Louis Carlisle.
Yeah.
And I think you could come up with something totally kick-ass for Louis. But at the same time, like you said, it's just as satisfying to have him pop up randomly out of nowhere, someplace you would never expect to see Louis Carlisle.
Right. I feel like you could ruin. I love the shot of Sinai right here.
That was awesome.
I feel like you could, as he shows up in different projects, making cameos or just being a character in different films, I think is a strong suit, and it could be very successful that way. But if you make a full movie, it has potential to ruin the character, or to you've got to tell this whole thing that might take you out, and if somebody doesn't like it, then it ruins the character and all the things. So it would have to be a very special story that really felt right in order to do it.
I see where you're coming from. Jason Ziobro asks, how can I get another Vengeance shirt from the first one?
Oh man, good question. I bet we could reach out to the people. Just message me, Jason, and we'll see. But the people who made the original shirts could probably still make one.
You know, Jason, to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't even pay attention to what was going on in the background the first 4 or 5 times I watched the film.
Really?
I didn't actually pay attention to the credits.
You're gonna have to watch it a 6th time just to watch the credits.
I'm gonna.
All behind the scenes, all the cast and crew. In this, the woo. Yeah, Cody, as we're editing, is putting the credits together. He showed me this and gave me the idea, or he had the idea and gave me the footage there. And he's like, "What do you think?" And I was like, it almost brought tears to my eyes seeing the cast and crew on film getting recognized for their hard work. And it was like, this feels right. I love this so much. And we wanted to keep it from the cast and crew too. So only really Cody and I knew. And then even some of the shots Cody kept from me until we saw it at the premiere. But it was just, I love that idea of seeing the cast and crew on screen, getting a little bit of love and recognition from the audience and from the viewers to really showcase their efforts as well.
And again, that right there just shows what a class act you are, because you don't see that in the big Hollywood films. You know, yeah, you get the credits roll by. Oh, well, so-and-so was a gaffer. But when you actually start showing video footage of these people doing their jobs and busting their ass for you, that to me speaks volumes.
Yeah. And again, I have to think, I love the idea, but Cody's the one who thought of it. And he's, like he said, some of the Jackie Chan, he's a big Jackie Chan fan, and they do that sometimes in the film. So that's where he got it from. And the moment he brought it up, I was like, absolutely. I love that idea so much. So it's the right idea coming in, and the collaboration of the team really coming together to make this special.
And keyword, team.
Mm-hmm. I get a lot of, FaceTime, being the Jason, being the director, and so I get to speak on behalf of everyone a lot, but it's way more than me, so it's it's Sean, it's Tammy, it's Cody, it's the entire team, all the way from me to the PAs, to the cameramen, to everybody, makeup. It's, yeah.
I think that's absolutely awesome. And again, everybody, you guys absolutely kicked ass on this film. I can't say it enough. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned into the show, why the hell did you wait this long? But if you missed the movie, go watch Vengeance 2 Bloodlines. You can check it out on YouTube. Where else can they find it? Is that the only place?
Online on YouTube. You can find it there. And then if you want to get the DVD or Blu-ray, the link to the Indiegogo is on YouTube in the description. Or just go to Indiegogo and search for it. So, and we're working on the behind the scenes stuff right now. We got the film done. That's ready. And so now it's just doing all the featurette, the making of, putting all the special content for that to get it in there. So.
All right. Well, I don't want to keep you guys. Actually, I want to keep you sticking around after the show because I still got that question to ask you.
Right.
But I do, again, thank you both so much for joining us and watching the entire film with us. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Jason, and it's very nice to meet you, Naomi.
Likewise.
And I appreciate that. So you guys stick around. I'm going to wrap up the show, and I'm going to get back with you because I'm dying to ask the question. It's about Louis, obviously, but so I'll wrap this up, and then I'll catch up with you guys in just a moment.
Sounds good. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
This was fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. We were watching Vengeance 2 Bloodlines, and what a great film. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Check it out on YouTube. It's awesome. Jason Brooks and Naomi, thank you so much for joining us. And catch us here next week, everybody. Next week, we're watching, that's right, The Hills Have Eyes. And I'm going to have a special guest at the top of the show. She can't stay the whole time, but we're going to have one of the actresses that was in that film join us. And so you check that out next week. And thank you, Sean Lutzis, for watching. I'm interested in some information on those shirts that you were talking about with CJ and Sanaya. So, yeah, get in touch with me. I'm curious about that. So, all right, guys. Don't forget, check us out next week. We're watching The Hills Have Eyes, and I'll probably get booted off the YouTube. Actually, I probably won't even stream it to YouTube for that one, just to save myself the trouble of getting kicked off. So, all right. Join us here next week, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good week. Oh, guess what? I screwed up. I forgot to add my credits. So I'm going to do that while I'm gum flapping and trying to read because my eyes are shot. So it takes me a minute to focus on what I'm looking at. Let's see. Get rid of that one. And of course, it's going to take a second for it to upload. So I'll just keep gum flapping here for the next minute or so. Hopefully it won't take that long for StreamYard to upload it. I can't believe I forgot to do that. Well, I can because I've been so busy. So yeah, Friday Night Frights is now going to be just an October thing, Spooktober, whatever you want to call it. I was originally going to do it week after week after week, but it didn't really seem to get that much of a following. So I decided I'll just make it an October thing and see where we go from there. Hopefully, everybody has enjoyed it so far. Next week's show is the last one. So make sure that you join us and check out that film because that was a good movie. It was a little. I want to put it up there with Last House on the Left as far as what it does to you psychologically, but I don't want to really compare apples to oranges there. But I thought it was a good film. It's 1978, I think, or 1977, I think, is when that film came out. So we'll be watching that, and we'll have Susan Lanier Bramlett on the show. She played, I can't remember the character name right off the top of my head, but she'll join us at the top of the show and have a few things to say, and then I'll have to let her go because she's got important things going on. And thank you, Jason Ziobro, for joining us. I appreciate it, and hopefully you'll join us next week as well. So now that the credits are all done, I'm going to let those roll. Have a good week, everybody.